Let me know if you can hear me. Am I audible? Thank you for tuning in. Welcome, everyone. Okay, sometimes I think about what really matters. Hello, hey, is here. Good to have you here. Still awake? Okay, I was expecting few people from Nigeria and more people from outside, possibly outside Nigeria. But this is a weekend. So how you doing? Hey, hey, hey. Good to have you here. Welcome to the live. Okay, you can hear me, right? Thank you for tuning in. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So how are you today? I mean, how was your day? Meet has always been, you've always been live. I've been seeing you like daily live streaming. It's been so interesting. I can imagine how demanding that has been on you and the commitment to giving that time to your community. You know, content creation is not it's not a small work. It's actually work in capital letters, spelled WORK. Okay, so a very good evening to you. Okay, you can hear me. Let me sure my video is stable too. Okay. Okay, good evening, Doc. I'm good. Here to learn. Yes, welcome. We need to learn. And, the fact is that learning never ends. Some people say doctors keep reading, and that's the fact. We keep reading, we keep studying. There's so much to know, even more than what has been known. There's so much to learn, more than what has been learned. What we knew about COVID 19 and then seems to have changed over time, and more information on COVID, for example. So you can imagine a medical doctor that is not updating himself or herself, not studying, not seeking information, global information, news, and all. So it's a lot of work for me, for example, as a physician, and of course, many of my colleagues and people in the health profession, different parts of the world. Of course, not only medicine that we have to do that. Okay, good to know that you are good. Hey, and you say you are here to learn. So welcome, welcome. We are learning together, and it promises to be an interesting session. Okay, so thank you for engaging. Okay, I says, yeah, right, sir. Yes, thank you. Andoni Rodriguez. Hola, hola, hola. Thank you. Please double tap on your screen to like the live. Thank you for the 2 likes so far. And I can see we've had about maybe I saw 15 people joining in. And of course, I know we'll be having more of people coming in and then stepping out at one time or the other. But I really appreciate if you can stay through so we can, interact better and longer. Okay. So, Rodriguez, good to have you here. Welcome, Rodriguez. Remember to like the live, and I appreciate everyone that has double tapped, clicked on the like icon. He says exactly. Okay. Yes, the fact is that if you are not learning, I don't want to say what will be happening on the other side. Anyone, no matter your age, no matter what group or camp you belong, no matter your race, no matter your qualification, you know, no matter how wealthy you are, you just need to keep yourself updated. You need to keep learning. Um, I I say this commonly that no one person knows it all, and no one person has it all. And the fact that you don't know it all means that you should be seeking information from somewhere, maybe somewhere around, maybe somewhere like this global platform, the YouTube. We are live. Welcome, everyone. Thank you for joining in. Please double tap on your screen to like the live. Welcome, welcome. Glad to have you. Hello, hello. Thank you, A, for being a good moderator. Eunice Yaman is here. Welcome, Eunice. Saying hello, hello, hello. Welcome you specially. If you are coming in for the first time, we want to say welcome to this wonderful community. Health enthusiasts. We believe health is wealth. And if you believe health is wealth, then you should be part of this community. Remember, you can subscribe so that you can get notifications about the channel. We talk health, wellness, lifestyle, and sometimes I share my YouTube experiences, and you find some of the videos on the live. Eunice, where are you watching from? Where are you joining us from? Eunice, A says, welcome, Yaman. Yaman, yes, welcome. Where are you joining us from? Okay, Eunice says, hello, meet Saxo, meet Aira. Okay, thank you. I hope we can get parts of your language. Yes, Abhinav, Rewalker. Hope I got that. Welcome. Thank you for tuning in live from Lagos, Nigeria. Tuning in. Thank you. I'm streaming live from Lagos. And I have Bankole Kamoru saying, hello, sir. Good to have you here. Welcome, Mr. Bankole Kamoru. I believe you are from Nigeria. Please let me know if you are watching from Nigeria or where in the world, which part of the world are you joining this live from? This seems to be a good time to connect with more people. I want to welcome you. Welcome, everyone. Okay, Abhinav says, yes, you got that. Thank you. Thank you. And then says, oh, okay, nice. Yes, thank you. Lagos, Nigeria. And then Meet says, welcome everyone. Please make yourself comfortable. Yes, make yourself comfortable. Yes, that's our moderator there. Eunice says, AM Abubakar. Bankole says, I'm a Togolese. Okay. Wow. How is Togo today? Thank you for joining us. How is Togo? What time is it in Togo? Of course, we should be in the same time zone, right? What time exactly is it in Togo? Right here we have like 14 minutes before 11 p.m. Okay. Dirty Raven is here. Hello, Dirty Raven. Welcome to this live. He says, wow, Togolese. Yes. Wow. I think this is the first time I'll be having someone say they are from Togo, joining from Togo. I have people from Uganda, South Africa. Um, where else? Where else? Where are the other places in Africa? Of course, there are other parts of Africa, but most of the people that are members of this community are in the United States, Nigeria, of course, and then India. So if we can have more people from different parts of the world, I mean that would make a lot of sense. Having a wider community. All right. So Eunice says, I okay. Mr. Kamaru says it's 9:47 p.m. All right. So just about 1 hour. No, it's about yes, about 1 hour. We are 1 hour earlier. So how was your day, everyone? Please let me know how your day went or how your day is going. Let me know in the chat. We have quite a number of people joining the live, but we have just 2 likes. Please double tap on your screen. When you double tap on your screen, it helps to increase the like, like, and subscribe. Setting up a poll there. Please like and subscribe. Yes. Thank you. Yes, we have the third like. That's quite responsive. Well done. Thank you so much. So, why do I put this? Somewhere in the corner there. All right, I think that is fine. I'll just put it there. I play a poll. Okay, it's there, right? Let me know if you can see the poll. Please like and subscribe. Yes, I can see my people joining in more and more of my people. Eagles Corner is here. Welcome, Eagles Corner. Thank you for joining in. Eagles Corner says, Doctor. Yes, Eagles Corner. Thank you. Thank you for the like. He says, my day went well, sir. Eagle says, hello to everyone. Meat says, Eagle Mama. Yes. Eagle says, meat. Admit, how are you from Eagles Corner? Eagles Corner has been a while. Do you know, everyone, what I've actually observed about um, getting to see videos or posts from one another is related to this feature that we need to note. And we all know it, we say it, and that has to do with clicking on the subscribe button and clicking on notifications. Interestingly, I discovered that uh, there are options for notifications. You can have just some notifications, personalized notifications, and you can have all notifications. So if you are subscribed to the channel, for example, and you click on that same subscribe button, you will notice that you get those 3 options, and you should click on that bell that shows all notifications. That way, you will not be missing out on uh, posts, upload of short videos, or even long form videos that comes from the channel. This is not just about my channel. This has to do with every channel. You know, the people in the with the blue names are actually content creators that we have been well connected over time. Okay, but if you talk to your community and audience about this, I'm sure it will change a lot of things. Like I did make those changes to some channels that I'm subscribed to, and I noticed that as soon as I clicked on all notifications, I began to see videos from those channels. I have been getting notifications, and I think this will really help each and every one of us. So let me know what you think about this. The all notifications button should be clicked and highlighted. That way, you will be getting notifications from this channel. And if you do that for any channel that you are subscribed to, you will not be missing out on videos, information from that channel. So I think we should all take note of this, and it will help us so much. All right. So one of the things that I want to start with is related to what really matters in life. What really matters? What matters? What really matters to you in life? I usually, like we know, talk about the fact that man is a spirit, you have a soul, and you live in a body, and we all have these three components. We are all made of these three parts. Okay. And I emphasize the fact that if you pay more attention to a particular part or side of you, and you neglect the other sides, definitely you will see that there is no balance. You find that imbalance in your life, and nobody wants to be there. Okay, nobody wants to live a life that is not balanced. Okay, but what truly matters, what really matters in life, what matters to you, to me, one very important thing, one thing that really matters to me is what does God think about me? What is God thinking about me? Interestingly, if you're a Christian, there's that very popular scripture, Jeremiah 29:11. I mean, God talking to Jeremiah, and today talking to you and I, that He knows the plans that He has towards us, thoughts of peace and not of evil, to give us a hope and a future, to bring us to an expected end. So that means God has His thoughts, He has His plans. So I am also interested in God's plans, God's purposes for my life. And the same way, if you are interested in God's plan, God's purposes for your life, it will, in a way, channel your energy. It will help to direct you in the way to go. You will know how to navigate life better when you know where you are going. All right. So, what truly matters? What are the things that truly matter? They are things of the spirit, of course, matters of the soul, and then, of course, your physical health, your body. Let me look at the chart so that I don't miss out. Okay, are you doing okay? Okay, let me read this. Okay, Meat says Eagle Mama. Eagle's Corner says Meat. How are you? Yes. Meat says, how are you doing, ma? Meat says, I'm good, ma. Nice seeing you. Yes, it's good to reconnect again. It's been a while, I'm sure. It's been a while. So I need to check Eagle's Corner's channel. I need to check Meet and be sure that I have all my notifications on for their channels. Bankole Camaro says, from which side of in Lagos? I'm from Lagos. For now, let's keep it at that. Eagles Corner, same here, Meet. Yes, we can see it, sir. Okay, yes, we can see it. Okay, very good. Eagle says, yes, doc, it's been a while. Yeah, Eagle says, doc, the notification fail at times. I was just scrolling to see who is live when I came across your live stream. Yes. So that's what I also do. Sometimes that's the way I get to see who is live. And maybe um, that in a way helps us to be able to scan through and see all the people on live, people that we are not even subscribed to, right? But if you click on that all notifications, if you click on it and enable that on the different channels that you don't want to miss out from, then I'm sure that will be better, because I've had that experience of getting notifications from channels that I have all notifications clicked on. All right. So what do you mean by it doesn't work? That it feels at times. What exactly? How can you explain Eagles Corner? Please explain to us. We are learning. Meet, right? We are here to learn. Okay. All right. So, Meet, how did you get this live stream? How did you get to know about the live stream? Were you scrolling, or you got notification? Which one? So Meet says, "All right, sir," and exactly, Ego Mama, it does most times. Okay, so we are learning, and I'm sure we can apply some of these things as we move on. All right, so you need to note that what is important to God, you are important to God, and everything that God has said about you or has declared, His plans, His purposes, are surely important to Him, because you are a part of God's overall plan for the world, and you have your own part, your own role to play. Okay, for example, I've come across a, a number of individuals, even patients, in the course of practice of medicine, that at one time or the other, I've had to apply my skill, my knowledge in managing them. Okay, so I must be responsible enough to recognize that that is a great privilege given to me by God, apart from the fact that I've had to go through trainings and still going through trainings and learning. So it's a great privilege. So whatever your field is, you must see that privilege. You must see it as a privilege, a gift that you have from God. Okay, there's really nothing that we have that's how we can say is our own. Whatever gift, whatever you have received, whatever you are able to do in life, whatever you are able to help others with, it's not just something that you developed in yourself or by yourself. Must be seen as a gift first of all, uh, whether it's knowledge or skill, the wisdom that you have. Okay, Meet says, I think that's from YouTube end. What exactly do you mean from YouTube end? Okay, Meet says, I got notification. Yeah, right. So it's possible that you have your all notifications on. I don't know, but you need to confirm that. So I'm happy to know that you got notification. I'm sure quite a number of people who also have that notification bell highlighted, enabled, then they should have also received notifications. But others, just like Eagles Corner has said, will be scrolling and then finding out. So what are the things that you should be doing? What are the what truly matters? What are the things that you can do to show that you are doing your own part in life? Okay. I need to let you know that these are principles that we need to apply, you know, consciously in our daily lives. We need to apply this. Let it go beyond knowledge. For some of us, it will be like a reminder, but we need to be sure that we are actually consciously doing things, the things that we know. But that's where the benefit really is, whether a benefit to us or to the world or the people that we need to serve. All right. So I want to talk about community, building community. You know, some people have this me, I, all about me attitude to life and to the things that they do. Of course, you need to love yourself, and I talk about that a lot. Okay, we are back. And there was a bit of network challenge. We are back. Hello. Let me know if you can still hear me. Let me know if you can hear me. If you are just joining us, welcome to the live. Remember to double tap on your screen to like this live. Hope you can hear me. So, welcome and let me know where you are joining us from. Where are you watching from? Okay, Eagles Corner says, Doc, I have notifications on for people I started off with, but I noticed most of the notifications I get is from channels I just visited. This is interesting. This is interesting. This is a practical, this is more like a practical session. Yes, this is not theory now. So Eagles Corner is sharing our experience, and I think I've a similar experience, especially when it comes to topics or areas of interest. So, have you noticed that when you watch, for this may not be new to you, that when you watch a particular video, two videos related to a particular topic or niche, you will begin to see related videos, and YouTube will begin to suggest to you. Okay, so that's the way it works. So I noticed that today I subscribed to a channel today and I watched one or two videos. And then I noticed that by the time there was a new upload today, I received that notification. And then I also began to see more videos from that particular channel. So, see, that's the way the algorithm works, right? Okay, Ego Meet says, nice topic, sir. Yes, thank you. Thank you, thank you. So Eagle says we can hear you. Thank you for the feedback. Can hear you, sir. Thank you. And then yes, that too. Yes. Now, talking about how to truly live. You know, the foundation is understanding God and understanding God's plan and purpose. That must be clear to you. Okay, so that's why a man or woman of purpose is going somewhere to happen. It's unstoppable. It's an unstoppable force because there's a vision and it's a man, a woman on a mission. Okay, so if you have a vision from God, you have a mission from God, You cannot choose to live the way you like. In fact, even when it comes to your health, you cannot decide to treat yourself anyhow. Okay, you need to take responsibility, some commitment on your part, so that the vessel, that's the physical part of you, even your soul, may be in proper shape. I mean, proper shape. Definitely, as a foundation, your spirit must be in shape to fulfill that divine purpose or divine agenda. Okay, so but for you to truly live is not about living for yourself. I mean, you should remember that. If you know that already, you should know that if you have never thought about this. Life is not just about you. Some people think that life is about them. Life isn't just about you. Thank you for the four like. Thank you for the four likes. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So let me know who is it that is just joining in and where are you watching from? This is time for us to learn and we are learning together. All right. We are in between talking about YouTube experiences. We talking about some very important points of discussion relating to life and health. So, what does it mean to truly live? When you say a man has lived, when we talk about Jesus, the Bible says how God anointed Jesus Christ of Nazareth with the Holy Ghost and with power, and how he went about doing good and healing all those who were oppressed of the devil, for God was with him. So, one commitment that God has towards you and I is his presence. His promise to be with us everywhere, every time. Especially when you understand that he's everywhere. God is everywhere. But for you, when you believe in Christ, for example, as a Christian, you need to understand that you have the presence, the manifest presence of God with you, the Holy Spirit being the one representing God in you and then with you. So that consciousness needs to be there. And the way Jesus experienced God, he experienced God, he didn't just keep his experiences of God to himself. He learned, he knew what God wanted him to do. He knew who he was, and that was very important. That's talking about his mentality, talking about his personality, talking about recognition of who God had called him, who God made him. He was God in the flesh, but as a man in the flesh, as a man, he came, he related, but he had this confidence of God's presence with him. So you will be living truly when you have that consciousness of God. Some people say, there's no God, there's no God. The Bible talks about only a fool says there's no God. Okay. So if you believe that God exists, you believe in Christ, you are a believer, then that consciousness of the person, the presence of the one that holds the whole world in his hands, being with you, makes a lot of difference. But if you do not know that, or if you do not consciously or carry that consciousness with you everywhere, every time, you may be missing out on some things. All right. Okay. Eagles Canal says, that's true, Doc. Life is not, yes, life is not just about eating and drinking. It's not just about one person. It's not just about you and I. and me. It's about others, and we need to understand that. And those others, sometimes they are not even people that you can meet later. They are people that you come across and meet and influence, but they are like, I'm on this platform, for example. There are people in different parts of the world, maybe just by a statement that I've made or I'm making, or I will be making, will make some impact upon their lives. So you need to understand that sometimes it's not even convenient. You don't feel like, doing this, but it's not about the feelings. First of all, it's about understanding what needs to be done and then doing it. And then when testimonies come, when results show, you just be grateful to God that you allowed yourself to do the needful. So it takes a lot of discipline. Whatever your niche is, for example, if you are not disciplined enough, if you're not committed to doing the needful, whether in terms of research, in terms of studying, in terms of watching others, how they're doing it, learning from others. If you're not committed, if you're not even relatable, there's the aspect of relating. I did a video some time ago on what I wish I knew before starting on YouTube. There's that aspect of relationship, being relatable, and Jesus was that. He was relatable. If he was present in this generation, do you think he will be relating with people? Yes, he will. From the Bible, we know that Jesus had friends. Okay, so we need to understand these things about life. So to truly live, sometimes challenges make us want to think more about ourselves, want to do things more about yourself, for yourself, but the fact is that the more you give, the more you give of yourself, the more you receive, the more grace you have to be and to do. Okay, so there's really nothing. So many other people may promise you they'll be there for you and all. And then if you have had friends, very good friends, sometimes it looks as if nothing was going to ever separate you. All right. But being humans, challenges come here and there, and then sometimes separation occurs. But with God, if you don't leave God, if you don't depart, if you don't neglect God, He is always there with you, He's always there for you. So if you see Him as the one that is always there, the one that you must treasure, the one that you must hold strongly, the one that you must enjoy fellowship with, the one that you must be ready to listen to, the one that gives you confidence, the one that gives you correction where it's needed. Okay, so if you have that relationship with Him, it becomes easy for you to relate and to help others, for you to see beyond yourself. So we must be ready to share what we have, share knowledge. Meet says, yes, sir. Yes. Share knowledge. You must be willing to work with others. You must be ready to support. You must be ready to um, respect. Of course, I talk about respecting yourself. If you don't respect yourself, people may not respect you. So if you respect yourself, and you should respect others and live a life of impact. You should not be living in isolation. Of course, there are times that you need to just separate yourself. I mean, Jesus did that many times. He will be all by himself with God, waking early morning, um, spending time with God, listening to God, praying, meditating. So, this is an important aspect of our lives. Okay, for us to even be effective in life, for us to be able to contribute our part for us to, whether you're a content creator, a medical doctor, a nurse, physiotherapist, biochemist, microbiologist, a lawyer, you're a businessman, whatever it is, you're a full-time content creator, YouTuber, a TikToker, Instagrammer, whatever it is that you are doing, you must have that consciousness of the impact that you can make, that you need to make, and it should definitely be a positive one on the lives of people. So let me know if this resonates with you. Let me know in the chat, so that I don't just keep talking. Let me get your responses in the chat. So what do you think? Building um, community. Sometimes we talk about community in a way that looks as if we are being possessive, being personalizing it, right? But we are all in God's hands. We just have the opportunity to know one, two, three people, and then we are able to relate as a community. One individual does not make a community. So we need to understand that each and every one of us uh, is important. You are important. I'm important. That other person is important. And we must relate as such, okay, that we are all relevant in God's plan. So, and we should recognize our part in that plan. Thank you, Eagles Corner. Okay, he says, well said. Eagle says, some people personalize it, but it's not meant to be so from my view. Yes, yes. It's so easy to say my community. Of course, we have to say it that way, in a way, uh, for official purposes. Okay, this channel, okay, but sometimes you can say our channel, our community, and all, but it all depends on the thought pattern, the foundation where that um, kind of statement is coming from. Okay, and the understanding must be clear. So if that understanding is clear, the individual is able to say, "Oh, even though I call it my community, I'm accountable. God has given me a privilege to be able to contribute to the lives of people, to help people to learn this, even if it is entertainment, to help people to, it's part of health." Okay, when we learn to smile, to laugh, if someone has a channel that makes us laugh, okay, I wish I could make people laugh more. Okay, and I try with my patients, okay, but there's always that need for us to understand that each and every one of us, we have our roles, we have our part to play, and we should embrace and enjoy one another's contribution. Okay, we should not be selfish, we should not be self-centered. Okay, but there's a need to definitely be in a shape, and I need to emphasize that if you are not in the right shape, if you are not in the right mindset, if you are not physically fit, if you are not healthy, there's little or nothing. There's really not much that you can do to help others. Okay. So, but some people have embraced strength, even in their weaknesses, to do much more than even people that have all the strength, so to say. Just a minute. Okay. I believe you are learning something from this interaction, what I'm sharing with you. Okay, goes Connor says some people personalize it, but it's not meant to be so from my view. So what do you think? How do you think it should be? If you don't think people should personalize it, so how do you think it ought to be? Okay, some people, some will tell others not to allow you into their community. That's another. Why would they do that? So that's a there's a need to understand that. Why would somebody say don't allow if the person is not coming as a danger to others, if the person is not coming to spoil the work or the community or destroy the people in the community, then why would someone say don't allow others, some other persons into their community? Okay, we say community to make people feel loved, appreciated, but we should not try and control others on who to support and getting angry with them for their time. For their time. This is deep. I'll read that again. We say community to make people feel loved, yes, to help them feel, have a sense of belonging, feel among, and appreciated, yes, but we should not try and control others on who to support and getting angry with them for their time. That's serious. So it's like people um, using others to fight their own battle. Okay, because someone is not pleased with another, they expect that some other people will do the same. Hmm. Okay, that you're having a challenge with someone does not mean that I should be having a challenge with that same person. Like I said, they said the person is serving as a danger to every one of us. This is deep. Doc, I've seen all sorts on YouTube. They even delete my comments. Wow. This is serious. This is serious. We may not be able to explore all these experiences that you are sharing. Of course, you know what you are talking about. Um, so you've seen all sorts. So what would be the reason for someone deleting your comment if that comment is not serving as any harm to anyone? Or are there people that probably you've had some personal physical interactions with that seem not to have been pleased? Some personal relationship matters. Okay, so because it's sounding funny that some people will just begin to act in that way. The fact is that we are actually of different personalities. Mm. Some hide your comments. Doc, am I a danger to you? This is not a danger situation. Some people don't like you for no reason. Okay, so true. You are not a danger to me. You have not posed any danger. And, you know, just like you have mentioned, some people don't like uh, others for no reason. I don't expect everyone to like me. Okay, that's a fact. All right, but I I would love that you like me, I appreciate, and we relate. But God has not really actually designed everyone to be together, everyone to like everybody, everyone. That's the world we are in. Okay, but we must understand uh, relationship and how to relate. Okay, but the fact is that when you begin to notice some form of toxicity in relationships, then uh, when there are red flags, you should definitely find a way to adjust yourself or withdraw as appropriate. Okay, so God may even be trying to protect you. God may be trying to protect you. And you must learn to enjoy that protection. So Eagles Corner is not a danger to me, not a danger, and there's no dangerous situation here. Some people don't like for no reason, so you can't explain that. So there are sometimes personality issues people have, where they are coming from, background experiences, family, other friends, disappointments. Some people have received some form of deprivation in previous relationships, some toxic experiences, but somehow they have not allowed themselves to heal and be well in shape to relate with others. All those experiences can influence, would actually influence their relationship with the new people they are meeting. Okay, so we must take note of that. All right, me, I met everyone on YouTube and I take everyone as a friend. But when my comment is hidden for no reason, I adjust myself. Okay, so let us know, how do you know when your comment is hidden? How do you know when your comment is hidden? Kindly share with us. How do you know when your comment is hidden? How do you know when your comment is hidden? Is it that you don't see it yourself anymore, or you don't get to see the channel? And there are different ways a person can be barred from interacting on YouTube. All right. So as I await your response, I'm sure you may be trying to type. I will move to the next point, and on my in my note here, I have the need to have compassion. Self-compassion is very important, and if you can have compassion on yourself, it will be easy for you to have compassion on others. Okay, sometimes most people are hard on others. I mean, they are just soft on themselves. So, but if you truly want to live, you must learn to have compassion on people. And Jesus had that. So don't condemn yourself. Don't beat yourself. You need to value yourself. You need to value your life, and you need to appreciate yourself so that others can appreciate you. All right, just like Eagles Corner is sharing with us, she values herself, and she knows how to respond appropriately, how to reposition herself when she gets some unpleasant treatment or responses from others. Doc, I even met her on someone's live stream, and I asked her about it. She said she didn't see my comments. These are comments on three different videos. I didn't see the comments myself. Okay, so that must have been intentional, right? All right, so uh, maybe you're talking about just one person now. I don't expect that. Okay, that's happening with too many people. Okay, and I believe that if there's a platform or there's an opportunity to really uh, communicate on this issue or issues, then it will be very appropriate, and it may yield better results. It's always good that one can say, sometimes people don't speak out, but they can use actions. They say actions are louder than words, something like that. So if someone is trying to speak, may also be speaking with action. I don't want to relate with you and all. But the other way, mature way, is to also be able to communicate and say, oh, okay, looking at this situation, looking at that, this is what I want, this is what we can do. There are times that you can actually resolve and then reunite, forgive, forget, move on. But there are other times that people just have to part ways. And when you understand that the time or season has come, then it will be good to just move and don't get consumed thinking about what someone is doing that you are not enjoying. So why I think the important thing is to navigate, or how do you put it, to there's a term, to move. It's navigate. There's a term, there's a word I'm looking for. To move, gravitate. That's the word. Gravitate towards the people that will accept you, people that will treat you like a respectable person that you are, and then people that will show that they truly love you. you know uh, we are not all perfect. People that can talk to you about what you have done wrong, and you can express your own concerns. You can forgive each other, one another, and then grow in the relationship. So that's what I can say in relation to that experience. So whatever, even if you have done wrong, the fact is that you don't, and I don't know who is listening to me, who is watching. Don't beat yourself up. Don't beat yourself up. You need to learn to forgive yourself. Some people are still carrying the burden of um, faults that they have had in the past. They're still carrying it till now. That's too much load to carry. Especially if you have asked God to forgive you, you need to forgive yourself for whatever wrong that you have done. And where necessary, you need to seek forgiveness from others. and that will go a long way. So people respect those who respect themselves. So you just need to let yourself be treated in a respectful manner, and then people will definitely follow follow through. Feed your mind wisely. That's one other way, one good way to live, to truly live. You need to be sure of what you are feeding yourself with. What do you allow in your heart? What do you allow in your mind? What are the thoughts that you process daily? You are as good as your thoughts, you are as bad as your thoughts. Okay, so if you're going to truly live a happy life, happiness, of course, sometimes we talk about happiness being something that happens around you that makes you feel good. Joy is something that arises from within, it's a spiritual thing. And so, if you have the spirit of joy, if that spirit is strong in you, you can face challenges, handle them, and move in life. Okay, so you need to feed yourself with the right things. Avoid junk information, negative news, all over. But if you keep exposing yourself to this kind of news, this kind of information, they can, in fact, some people say they have certain dreams. They dream negative dreams. Sometimes those dreams may not even be from the spiritual side in terms of an attack, it may just be from the exposures, what they've exposed their minds to earlier in the day, the activities, the information, the thought pattern, what they listened to, what they watched. I don't know if that has happened to you before, a playback of the things that you saw during the day. So you have to be careful what you are exposing yourself to. Next one is the facts, and I did a video, I uploaded it yesterday or so, on 10 habits that, if you're in your 20s or your 30s, 40s, 50s, or 60s, habits that you should have, you should practice daily, to live life, that healthy life that you desire. We need to be moving from just being people who desire things to people who are doing, you must be doing to get results. Okay, Eagles Canal says, I think we should be mature enough to talk things through. If you think someone hurts you, no one is perfect. Yes, yes, Eagles Canal, you are so very correct. I agree with you. And if the opportunity presents itself, just like you said, you tried to call the attention of that person to know that you've been placing comments on their channel, but they've not been giving responses. Okay, sometimes it could be a general thing, but if you have observed that this being particular about you, then it's good that you're talking about it. Eagles Corner says, how can someone just return your membership money to you and block you on their channel for no reason? Wow. Doc, I don't see on YouTube street, but it doesn't change my person. We should practice what we preach. Right, Eagles Corner. This is deep, and I appreciate the fact that you are being expressive, expressing your mind, your thoughts about this. Okay, and it seems to be something that you you have not found interesting or pleasant at all, that relationship. So I don't know who it is you are referring to, but I believe that if you met, of course, you met the person or the people on YouTube, it may be that the season to move on has come. Okay, but just be sure that you do not have any offenses. I mean, holding anything against them. Let your heart forgive, and move on. All right. So, but sometimes we may think that there's an end to a relationship, but God knows when, at what point there may be a reunion. All right. So, I don't know how God will want this to go. So, just try to know what God wants, and then I'm sure it will make a lot of difference. How can someone just return your membership? So that's serious. That's deep, you know. Um, so that's kind of action. There should be a question to the person. Okay, why? And then the person, if they are willing, should be able to say, "Oh, this is why I'm doing this," and to go a long way to help the relationship. So we need to be moving. Sedentary lifestyle is the new smoking. And the many risks associated with smoking of cigarettes or any other kind of smoke that people get involved in. Okay, so risk of lung cancer, damage to vessels, peripheral arterial disease. People have reduced immunity, exposure to recurrent uh, respiratory tract infections. So that leaves such an individual at risk of all those things. So, but we must be moving. Consistency actually makes you dependable. So when you are consistent, in fact, your body will be happy with you. Okay. Uh, Small people do occasionally, normal people, average people do occasionally what great people do daily. For example, if you say you want to um, achieve a particular weight, you want to control your weight, you know, you'll be a great person if you are consistently doing things like adjusting your diet, exercising, ensuring water intake. These are things that will help you to achieve that goal. So you are going to be truly a great person doing that. But an average person will actually do that, those activities occasionally. Okay, and nobody gets to achieve much doing that occasionally. So you need to be moving. You need to make yourself be seen as someone that is dependable. All right. So Eagles Corner says, "Doc, I don't have anything against them. I'm at peace with them. It doesn't stop me from getting to where God is taking me." So true. So true. So I like your heart and the spirit with which you are taking this. So it is well. Now, let's look at the physical. If you are committed to prevention, prevention is actually better, not just better than cure, it is cheaper than cure. So if you are committed to pre- preventive measures, um, taking action, checking yourself regularly, doing that medical check, you need to be consciously doing this, checking your blood pressure, checking your blood sugar, I mean, doing your routine yearly medical check. These are things that you should be doing as an adult. All right. So, routine checkup, this is taking responsibility, being committed to your own health. And that way you can help others. You know, you can help others as long as you are strong yourself. You can help others as long as you are healthy yourself. Okay, so you need to be doing this. Next point is that you need to learn to master stress. Don't let stress master you. So it's one of the points I made in the my recent long form video. You know how you need to master stress. Stress is something everyone experiences. You know, we respond is our body's way of responding, reacting to a stimuli, whether internal or external. Now we have different triggers when it comes to stress triggers. And if you are able to identify what causes stress for you, for some people, relationships, some people, business, some people, this content creation, but you can find a way to plan and find a way to deal with stress. Those are talking about coping strategies. You must have your coping strategies. It may even be 30 minutes or 1 hour of nap or sleep during the day. May really be something that you can use uh, personally as a coping strategy to be effective in your content creation. All right. And if you are like me, you found out that when you are more rested, you're able to do better in your content creation than when you are really, really stressed. Okay. So a lot of content creators keep doing, keep working, keep sitting in front of the camera, editing, uploading, and not finding out how to manage stress. So it gets to a point that someone may just get to burnout, break down, and God doesn't want that to happen. So, but the wisdom there is to take breaks when necessary, engage in meditation, deep breathing, exercises. This are very helpful. So learn to also relax. There are times that you just have to put off some of these things, devices, put them by the side, and find a place to relax. You need to enjoy family, enjoy friends, enjoy time with others. And that way you will be living truly. 4 more points here. So the next one is you should eat foods that were not the one that fights your body. And you know what I'm talking about. We cannot stop talking about this. The disadvantages of consuming more of processed foods than raw, real foods like your fruits, vegetables, whole grains, lean meats, lean proteins, uh, low fat, little or no low fat. These are very important um, aspects of our lives. You are also what you eat. If you are eating junks, then you can be sure that you're going to be reflecting junks. Physically, your body will feel it. A lot of inflammation will be ongoing in your body, and that's a risk factor for many medical conditions. Talking about inflammation, puts people at risk of being overweight, obesity, diabetes. You know, uh, A says, Eura says, stress. Yeah, stress. One of the things that happens during stress is the secretion of cortisol, that stress hormone, and it's also implicated in sugar elevation, production of sugar in the body, and that can also cause a person to develop diabetes. All right, so we need to be eating healthy. The fruits, vegetables, as I've mentioned, must take a balanced meal. Actually, a healthy plate. Let me tell you, a healthy plate, which every one of us needs, is like a circle, uh, and the 50% of that circle should be fruits and vegetables. Yes, that's a healthy plate, while 25% should be some starch, okay, and then 25% protein, then maybe some um, low fat. Now, what most people do that you as an adult need to begin to change is to do 50% or more of starch or carbohydrates, but what is expected is actually what is beneficial is 50% of fruits and vegetables. So we have to consciously do this. We have to consciously engage in this kind of diet, and that way we will be nourishing our bodies. So, what do you eat daily? Show me what you eat daily, and I can tell you how healthy you are. Next point is you need to stand strong and move strong. Stand tall and move strong. Now, posture is important. You need to ensure that you are posturing well. Okay. Um, I've done a video on the kind of posture that you should have when standing, when sitting. Your back should be straight, your shoulders should be slightly raised and tilted to the back. Your legs or feet should be flat. When you are seated, that way you're able to have a balance and your bones are able to align appropriately. Okay, sometimes I advise people to take a pillow and support for their back. Okay, so that way you will be uh, living strong, reflecting a strong and healthy person. We've talked about exercise. Exercise actually makes your muscles active, helps to move your joints, avoids helps you to avoid stiffness of joints. And even for people that have arthritis, there's some form of exercise that they should still get involved in to avoid the stiffness of joints. And of course, it's always important to check with your doctor when you have any condition or symptom that even, especially for people that have tried over the counter medications, you need to consult with your doctor for proper evaluation. All right. So you must have that posture of confidence. Very important. Two more points. Um, Talking about how to truly live what really matters. And I will be talking to us about what is coming up. Okay, don't worry, I'll be mentioning it. Uh, Something coming up, something new is coming up, all right, on this channel. So the next one is hydrate intentionally. You must be intentional. Okay, many of us, there was a time I put up a poll in the community about what one thing do you intend to change, do you intend to achieve this week? And then of all, the greatest percentage was on hydration. So that means a number of people could recognize that they were not hydrating well enough, were not taking water. And if you are not well hydrated, you know, that means your cells are being deprived. Um, the normal functioning will be hampered, you know. Um, People get a headache, abdominal discomfort, you know, so many uh, people with some symptoms that you cannot even describe, but some discomfort and all sometimes may just be lack of adequate water intake because the cells are now dehydrated and they are trying, to perform yet not able to because of the lack of normal fluidity. Now, if water is well taken, the man's body contains great percentage of water, and if you are not taking adequately, all those functioning of your system will be hampered. The blood flow is better when you are well hydrated. And so blood flow gets to different parts of your body when you are well hydrated. So carrying a bottle of water is not a luxury, okay? You should ensure that you are having water with you readily. We say at least 3 liters on the average, 3 liters of water in 24 hours. And that is something you can start. If you are yet to start, you can start today. And it starts from waking up after, proper settling down for the day, settling the day with God. And then you need to take some water. Some people say, can I take warm water? Very good. Should you take cold water? If you can avoid cold water, please do. But water is important. 2 glasses of water in the morning, I mean, as you wake up, will go a long way. Okay, will help your body to feel good and even helps your mood. Okay, so your body performs sharper, even your skin will glow better, will even glow more when you are well hydrated. I mean, people will notice it. Your face will shine better. All right. Finally, this one is very important. And if you are in a very busy city, you are so much engaged in your career, profession, whatever you are doing, business, content creation, I'm not sure how many hours of night's rest or sleep that you get in a day. Can you put in the chat? Let me know how many hours on the average. Meet, are you there? Eagles Corner and everyone present. How many hours of night sleep do you get per day? I'll be waiting for your comments, your responses on that. Okay, I can see Eagles Corner says, that's true, Doc. I was trying to do a video today, but it wasn't flowing. So I decided to take a nap and I was able to do my video. Wow. Yes. So you can see the importance of taking rests. And that's the way God designed life for us to be able to rest. So it's a new day on this side in Nigeria, and we thank God for the gift of life and this new day. All right, so most people at this time are definitely asleep, and some people that are not asleep are to work, busy doing one thing or the other. But the last point talks about the need to get adequate sleep, 7 to 9 hours. That's what is good. On the average, we say 6 hours is fine for you as an adult, depending on your schedule. Um, so Eagles Corner says, Doc, I sleep late and wake up early. That's like me. Oh, let me say 4 to 5 hours. Hmm. Okay, so if that's been your pattern and it's working for you, fine. But if you can actually add 1 more hour to it, maybe uh, try to make it 6 hours. Try to make it 5, 6 hours instead of the 4 hours. Okay, most of the time, if you do 4 hours, you are likely to not be able to do much during the day until you have been able to make up for the time. All right, so that sleep helps us to be able to renew, repair our cells, uh, body generally, and then we can refire. That's the word. Just like Eagles Corner shared our experience in terms of how she was able to eventually get on a video. That involves a lot of mental work. And part of what happens when we are asleep is that even though your brain is not completely inactive, but it helps to rest the brain, your mind, and of course, your body is rested. So you feel stronger, you feel healthier waking up. Okay, so sleep is essential. It's not a luxury, it's a necessity. All right, so we must try not to cheat nature. All right, so I believe with those important points that we have shared, you and I can live truly. I don't know if you were able to capture them in somewhere on your notes, or in a way, if you may need to go over this discussion, the replay will be available, the video will be available on replay on the channel, and then you can capture those points that we have discussed. I really appreciate everyone who has joined in, everyone who has clicked on the like, everyone who has subscribed, everyone who is watching right now, and those who are still going to join in. So I want you to know that something new is coming up. And then I mentioned it briefly sometime last month, and that has to do with a time for question and answer. Time for questions and answers. So if you have had in mind to ask questions that you have not had opportunity to ask, or you at one time or the other you have posted um, a question on the channel or any of the videos, I mean, this is a good time to raise those questions again and for me to respond to your questions. So it's going to be uh, Sunday, Sunday uh, time. And if there's going to be any change or any addition, you're going to find out as we move on. So that's it's going to be Sunday evening on this side, and for most people, it's likely to be afternoon, midday, or early morning for some. So we can uh, talk more practically. I can share with you some things that you need to know from a professional standpoint. Okay, that will be on a general notes, general information, and for people that, by the way, I should mention that there's a link in the profile that you can click on to join a WhatsApp group. You know, that way we can get closer, communicate better. And for those who may want to have a more personalized interaction, talking about medical consultations, then we can get to do appropriately. I mean, from there. So let me know if you can find the link in the description. No, not in this description, but in the profile, the description on my profile. Look for the talk to your doctor link that I placed there. And some people are already in that on that group. And if you are ready, you can join us. Okay, if you're ready, you can join us, and the promises to be uh, an engaging time. Okay, Eagles Corner says, okay, I will try. Thanks, Doc. Yes, try to make it 5, 6 hours of night sleep. Maybe is meat sleeping already? Meet, are you there or you're asleep? It will be understandable because it's another day. Eagles Corner, what time is it in your location? Where are you watching from right now? And what time is it there? Okay, Eagles Corner says, I will look up the WhatsApp group. Yes, thank you, thank you, thank you. So we must have these things that we have shared as our personal goals, and we must be making necessary changes that will help our lives to be transformed and help us to remain useful and relevant to the people, to the world that we have to serve. Now, we have gone 1.5 hours on this live. Let's see how much we can push to uh, extra. Maybe another, maybe this like we've gone halfway. Okay, like I said, and I can see people joining in now. Okay, sometimes when you're about moving to another phase on a live stream, that's when you get to see more members of the community, may even be new audience coming in. And it makes it so interesting that we can engage with the fact that we are in different time zones. Okay, I hope I'm still audible. Can you hear me? Eagles Canal, thank you so much. Eagles Canal says, yes, said you will look up the WhatsApp group. Yes, yes, yes. That'll be fine. Okay. It's 7:10 p.m. in the United States. All right. So most of, like I keep saying that most members of this community are in the United States, the audience from the analytics, okay, followed by Nigeria and then India. Okay. So that means if I come up live more towards evening, night, or early hours of the day. So it's an opportunity to meet with more people, okay? Especially those who are old members and even get to have more new members joining in. Thank you for the fifth like, and that should be from Comes. Comes. Good to see you. Greetings, Dr. Soyemi. Yes, thank you. Greetings to you, Kamzi. Kams says, yes, I can hear you. Okay, thank you for the feedback. Thank you so much. How are you doing? That's my wonderful friend. Kams doing a lot. How is the family and how is business? And how is your car? I need to ask again. So you say you can hear me. Thank you so much. Eagles Canal says, Comes, welcome, welcome, hello, good night. So I've already slept off. Yes, I thought as much. Meet, I thought as much. All right, so it's understandable because it's midnight around there now in Nigeria. And, you know, I can spend more time because I believe more people will be joining in who are moving towards evening now in their location. Okay, the fact that we're in different time zones. So do have a pleasant night rest. Meet, enjoy your well-deserved rest. Eagles Canal says, meet, sleep tight. Yes, sleep tight. Okay, so that's it about time. So you can't cheat nature, sleep was the last point we mentioned. I talked about the need to ensure that you are getting, you and I comes, how many hours do you spend sleeping over the night? Do you actually get at least 6 hours of night sleep? Let's know in the chat. Okay. If I'm talking about mine now, okay, maybe I do 5 hours, sometimes 4 hours, 6 hours, depending on the demands. Okay. But I usually know the difference when I'm able to get quality sleep. It's different from the duration. We can talk about how long, but in terms of quality, it sometimes may be short, but of good quality, where the environment is not noisy. Some people should be able to sleep better in the dark than where the lights are on. Okay. Some people say calm, maybe some music and all. But some of the things that actually help you to get a good night's sleep include that there's a noiseless environment, the lighting, um, better dark room than a well lit room, because the lighting send messages to your brain that there's still something happening. Okay, it wants to keep you alert and active. All right. Okay, so other things that you can do is to ensure that you keep your study table, your TV, uh, music player, put them away. In fact, you should know about screen time at least 1 hour before you go to bed. Is what is expected. But I don't know, as a content creator, do you actually do that? Do you put off your phone or put it on silent and place it away from your side at least an hour before you go to bed? Do you do that? All right. I don't do that every time. Okay. As much as possible, these are healthy ways to ensure that you get a good night's sleep. Cam says all is well. Did I miss a lot of information? In fact, I mean, we shared a lot, 10 powerful points on um, how to truly live and what really matters. And then I was on the new thing upcoming. I mean, for Sunday, I mean, every Sunday, I'll be having a question and answer session, and it promises to really be enlightening, and then engaging. Okay, but we also shared about our YouTube journey. Comes, have you noticed that sometimes you don't get notifications from some channels that you are subscribed to? Have you noticed that? And I was sharing with others how I observed that. I think you said that on your live, one of your live streams, that if you don't have all notifications on, you don't get notified when there is an upload or there's a live streaming ongoing for a particular channel that you are even subscribed to. Okay, so you have to look for that uh, bell and enable that all notifications. Just like Meet said, she was able to get notified when I started the live. All right. So I don't know how Cams got to see this live stream, but um, is it is it that you got a notification or you are just scrolling? Okay, like Eagles Corner mentioned earlier that she was scrolling and then she saw that I was live, and yes, she was able to join in. Okay, Eagle Cam says, yeah, it's good to know that all is well. We're talking about what you missed. Okay, It's close to 2 hours, and so we really talked a lot. I've shared, and others have. If you look at the chat, you see different comments from different people, especially Eagles Corner and uh, Meet. Some other people came in to greet, introduce themselves, and all. Okay, but you sleep 5 to 6 hours. Okay, that's fine for a very busy woman, adult, content creator, business, mother, doing a lot. So it's understandable that you're able to even do that 5 to 6 hours, which is good. So why do you say your community is quiet, Comes? You say your community is quiet. I didn't get that. Please, can you explain that? Kindly explain. My community is quiet. Quiet what? Cam says that's correct. I don't get notifications. So Cams, kindly click on that subscribe button and click on all notifications. It's actually the top on the list. It's the top on the list when it comes to those options. All notifications. So that way, any video that comes up, any, and this is for everyone who is watching. When you are subscribed to any channel that you like, for you to know, because there are times I say, oh, has this person been uploading videos? And I found out that yes, they've been uploading videos, but I have not been seen because I have not had my enabled my notification for all activities on the channel. So it's very important. That will help us to access information from the channels that we love. And then when we tell to others in our own community, it will help them to also be able to access information at the point that we make them available on our channel, okay, which is very important. Of course, that will help the visibility, views, growth, and all on our channels. So Cam says that's correct. I don't get notifications. Okay. When I open my YouTube app, I just click the live tab and you populated. Okay, so that's the way it is really, and that's what I've also been doing. And I don't know if maybe because is that setting personalized setting? Is it automatically there? I'm with you. Just let me know that setting. Is it the default setting that everyone has to be on personalized setting for notifications? Mhm. Okay. Pardon me. We are back. We are live. We are back. Let me know as soon as you are back. Mm, 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 mm. Right, 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 right. Let me know if you can hear me. We are back. We are back. We are back. So let's come back. Okay, let me know if you can hear me now. Welcome back. So let me know if you can hear me. Okay, so Cam says I clicked all for notifications, but for some reason I'm still not getting it. So I'm not sure what is going on. All right, so that means that needs to be checked with YouTube. Find out why, even with all notifications on. So that means the uh, correct icon, that tick, should be on all notifications, not some notifications or no notifications. Doc Charlie is here. Hello, Doc Charlie. Good to have you here. Let me know as soon as you return. Say that you are offline now. So let me know as soon as you return, Cams and Doc Charlie. And anyone who is joining in, let me know where you are joining from. Where are you watching from? Doc Charlie says, I like, thank you for the love. Thank you, Doc Charlie. And saying, done. Thank you for the sixth like. I believe audible enough. I believe I'm audible enough. Enough. So if you are in America, United States of America, welcome. It's your time. Okay, so it's about um should be around what time now? This is about what time here? 12:32. So it should be around 6, 7 p.m. there. Most parts. Where are our people? And let me know as soon as you are in. Mm. Okay, seems everyone is getting busy, busy, busy now. Actually, um, people even in the US now. Okay, I've mentioned what is coming up this Sunday and every Sunday. For now, we'll be having question, question and answer period. So come with your questions. Come with your need for clarifications. Okay, who is here? Welcome back. Who is here? Let's know who is here. Just joining in or returning. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Yes, welcome back. Yes, welcome back. So let me know if you can hear me. So let me know who is watching now. And like Cam said some time ago that she she thinks it should actually become a feature, and I agree to that. That one can see the list of those who are watching, not just those who are dropping comments in the chat. Okay, but let's enjoy the way it is now. So, how do you cope with stress? How do you handle stress? Let's know in the chat. Do you measure your water intake? Can you say definitely how much volume of water you take per day? I believe you can hear me, right? Just let me know if you can hear me to be sure I'm not talking to myself. If you are new here, welcome to this channel. Thank you for joining the live stream. It's been an interesting 2 hours plus. Um, I'm sure you will find this channel interesting. If you are yet to subscribe, remember to subscribe and click on all notifications. Yes, that way you can get notified when I come on live like this. And as I mentioned earlier, we have something new coming up, and that's the question and answer session. That will be a recurring meeting. It's going to be on Sunday evening. And so it will be a good time for you to ask your questions. And it's good to invite someone that may have a question relating to health, wellness matters. So watch out. I'm going to post the message in the community, and I look forward to seeing you there. All right. So if there is nothing to chat about now, we need to close on this live. I'll just give some more minutes to see who is here and who is going to be joining in. Not quite a number of people will be busy at this time outside of the uh, time zone, West African time zone. This seems to be working well. Have you watched my latest video? I'm not talking about just the shorts that I uploaded yesterday, but there's a long form video right there under videos. I'm sure you will find it very informative, very impressive. So once you are able to watch it, kindly drop a comment and like so that we can engage better with you and with one another. Yes, thank you for the like. Welcome. Thank you. Who is there? Thank you for the emojis. Thank you for the love, 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 love. I like to know who it is. My God is. Welcome, my God is. Saying I. Hello, my God is. That's a powerful one. My God is. That's interesting. My God is, can add to that. My God is faithful. My God is mighty. My God is powerful. Mm. Please, have we met before, or are you coming across this live stream, this channel for the first time? Please let me know in the chat. Welcome to this live. Welcome to my live, our live, this community is live. Okay. We've said a lot of things earlier on this live. Sometimes we personalize the community, personalize the activities here. Um, there's someone that puts a face to the channel, all right, but quite a number of people interacting actually make it beautiful. Okay, so welcome, my God is. Please kindly introduce yourself. Please introduce yourself. Are you a content creator? Where are you watching from? And then what time is it in your location? I like to know that. Please. Are you a content creator? Thank you for liking the live and then for engaging in the chat. Hello, my God is. I know you may be typing right there. My God is says, thanks. You are welcome. My God is. My God is faithful. Let me know where you are watching from. Mm, 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 mm. I like that question. Do you want to sleep? Yes, getting into the sleep mode soon. Yes, because we've been here for more than 2 hours, and then it's about four minutes to 1 a.m. here in Nigeria. So it's a good time to sleep. But we are still here together. I'd like to meet with you. Where are you watching from? My God is. Where are you watching from? What time is it in your location? Mm, mm, mm. If you are yet to subscribe to the channel, We can stretch to 3 hours on this live. Let's see how much we can go, how much more we can do here. Mm, 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 mm. So maybe my sleep is showing on my face now. My God is. Mm, 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 mm. Let me know as soon as you join in where you are watching from. Expect more Americans to join in this conversation. So I'll stretch a bit. Okay, my God is. Are you still there? You know, the system will help those who have been here before or those who need to be here now to tune in these few minutes remain. Mhm. Oh, this tube fix. Hello, this tube fix. Welcome to this live. Thank you for joining in. Please remember to double tap on your screen to like the live and trying to remember this tube fix. This tube fix is saying you remember, doctor? Hmm. Must have been a while. I'm trying to remember. Please remind me, where did we get to meet? I remember I've come across this tube fix. This tube fix. Oh, okay, Glory C. Wow, okay. Yes, I remember now. Yes, 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 yes. I remember when I showed up on a live stream and I think you were also there. Um, I remember. I'm talking about encouraging one another on that live. Thank you so much for reminding me. Wow, good to have you here. Thank you. So, are you subscribed to my channel? Did you get notification or were you just scrolling and you got to see this live stream? Thank you so much. Thank you for the reminder. Thank you so much for the reminder. Mm, yeah, it's a small world, and it's a big community, and we are connected from different parts of the world. I mean, we need to understand that that's what makes life beautiful and interesting and colorful. People with different backgrounds, different perspectives, different skills, trainings, and we all coming with what we've got to contribute to our world. So it's a nice thing to know that you are doing your own part in contributing to making the world a better place. Yes, this tube fix says exactly and says sure. Yeah, so that means you are subscribed. Thank you for being a subscriber. I sure should check your channel and get to know more about you and what you do. All right. So, do you create content on YouTube and maybe some other platforms? What's your niche? What's your focus? So it's good to know that you got a notification for this live. I was telling some people who joined in earlier about the need to encourage their subscribers to click on all notifications after subscribing. That's very important because that's what helps um, to notify people who are subscribers, members of the community, but who may miss out on information from the channel if they are not, if they have not enabled that button that show all notifications on that channel. Okay, you say you haven't started yet. Mm, you started content creation, but your what do you call it? Your picture profile picture looks creative, like AI generated. So how did you come about your picture? All right. So I will definitely check on your channel to be sure that I'm well connected to you. So where are you watching from? Where are you joining us from? Where are you watching from? So what's your area of interests? So we've been here close to 3 hours now, at least. And then we will be moving towards the end of this live stream. I want to encourage you to watch the replay when as soon as it's available. Okay, this tube fixes, and my niche will be about my documenting my growth on YouTube from zero till top to motivate new cat. Very good. Like, yeah, it's a good one. Part of what I shared earlier in the day when I was sharing with people on the important things, what is needful for living life, a healthy life, a self-sacrificing uh, life, um, self-denying. You just know that life is more than yourself. Okay, so we must be doing things that will be helping others, and we must understand that we have our own part to play. Okay, hope you can hear me better. I say your niche is about your documenting your growth on YouTube from zero till top to motivate new cats like you. All right, so I'm sure someone somewhere is going to be benefiting. Definitely, millions of people as you start and you uh, grow in this. Thousands will be finding help, assistance on their own journey. To find assistance for their journey. Okay, so that's a good one. And you say you're watching from Oshogbo, Osun State. That's interesting. Yeah. So how come you are awake at this time? If you are at work, fine. If you are creating content, fine. But what will you be doing as early as it is now? Did you get to sleep before? Did you get to catch some sleep before? So thank you so much, the Steve, for joining in. I'm sure you will find the replay useful. Okay, practicing on how to edit on Adobe Premiere Pro to make my videos great before I start. That's fine. Quality is very important, but what YouTube really wants is consistency. Even though you're not going to be neglecting the need for quality, but you're going to find out that consistency pays. It pays. So as soon as you are able to grab the basic things that you need, even to start and to grow, and the more you do, the better you get. Uh, okay, yes, exactly. Consistency is important. Yes, yes. Not meditate. It's very good. Yes, consistency pays, and that's what YouTube is always looking out for. Uh, so it takes a lot of work, a lot of commitment, a lot of discipline. It takes a lot of sacrifices and time, the attention, you know. So whatever your niche is, for everyone who is watching, if you're a content creator, whatever it is that you are creating content about, um, must understand that God has His role to play, and you have yours. And you must be sure that you are playing your role very well. So this tube says I already created roadmap for my journey because I know I already created roadmap for my journey because I know how hard it can be on this platform. So it's long run journey. So it's not a marathon, right? Or what do you call it? Is it the other way? So it's not a dash. How's it? So we are in this for the long haul. Mm. So we need to enjoy every part of the journey, every part. So learning from others and finding ways to avoid uh, the errors or mistakes of others will also go a long way, even though your experiences will differ. All right. So in the okay, I need to mention that the first step is the should I say the most important. But if you don't start, you can't talk about growth. You can only grow something that has started. Okay, I've learned from other people who have experienced, so I know how it can be when I've learned from other people who have experienced, so I know how it can be when I'm starting. Yeah, that's great. That's great. So when are you going to come up with your first video? Let's still when I get a call. All right. So I hope you can check out my latest video. I have a long form video and a short video uploaded within the last 48 hours. Let me know what you think in the comments, and I'm sure you will find them interesting. Okay, say you drop your first video by January 2026. That's interesting. Why not September 2026? Okay, but I will need to check. Okay. Mm. Okay, so you want to know how long it will take from January to nobody can actually predict that. People, can you hear me? No one can really predict how long it will take to get monetized. Depends on a number of factors. Factors. So it took some of us. It took me about 3 years. While some people 3 months, 6 months, some people 1 year, 2 years. Channel is monetized. Okay, that's not allowed for real. Yes. YouTube is spelled work, WORK. And only the people who can stay true despite the challenges. Yes, it's work, work, work. So you're always ready. Hmm, that sounds interesting. Looks interesting. Yes, 2 a.m. Remain. So we need to catch some rest for preparing for church today, being a Sunday. All right, so nice having you here. Stu, hope to see you again soon. Do have a pleasant night rest. I appreciate. Bye for now. Bye.